last wall on this side. Okay. I think I'm gonna get some more straw in this mix here. So this is straw is kind of the rebar of natural building. It gives it some more tensile strength, more for it to kind of holds its shape more. I was finding that it was starting to slump a little bit, so the straw really, that feels a lot better. So now it'll hold its shape more, it won't slump. Yep. All the sand is local, all the earth, it's all right from here. The pallets. Oh, pallets were right from, yeah, I was doing somebody a favor by taking the pallets away. Yeah. When it dries, it'll harden up and everything. So now Matt is doing the very exciting phase of putting the cob over the pallets, right? Mm-hmm. So basically we just put a little clay slip over the pallets, and then as kind of a glue, and then just putting globs of cob right over the pallet. It'll be, you know, about an inch thick or so. And you see how we're just kind of working the electrical line in right there. So he's going to bury that. And so he gets on there. It doesn't have to go on really smooth. It can go on there rough. And then once he's got a certain amount on there that seemed to be a pretty full amount, good 1.5 inches, 2 inches, then I'll dip your hand in water. So you always have a bucket of water right next to you, and then you can start dip your hand and then start smoothing it out from below. Right? Dip your hand in the water. And then press it in, do kind of nice circular motions on it. So if you're with a couple people, that's how you can do it. Have a system, one person puts it on and just kind of keeps on moving forward with putting it on, and then somebody comes behind and smooths out what they've done. All right, so you can do like that. Cool. So then I'm over here making a nice batch of cob. There, I'm gonna. So we just have that and these 2 panels left to go over here, and then we'll be done with the cobbing on the inside. Right? It's looking really nice. Yeah. You want to say anything, Matt?
It's a manual.
You got a hands full over there. Yeah. So I don't know. It's reminiscent of working with mud, of playing in the mud, and so there's this almost speechless, like nonverbal quality to working with it. That's meditative.
Yeah. Yeah, you really get in the zone, huh?
Yeah, there's this
concentration, and their chanting is really nice. Yeah, chanting, so you don't have to think too much. You just focus. It's a meditation, really.
Yeah,
it really is a meditation.
I love it.
Yeah. And sometimes you have to do it in phases. Sometimes you'll find if there's a big gap between the pallets and a lot of straw, there's a little gap. Sometimes you have to just let it do it in phases. Do a little bit, and then let that set up, and then do it once that's set up. Then you go over it again with some more. You don't want to put too much cob on at a time. So, and you see this wood here. I want to put some chicken wire on this 4x4 on this corner here, where it's just solid wood. There's no pallets in between, especially on this side where you have the 4x4 and a couple 2x4s. I need to put chicken wire on this part here, just to give it a little extra amount for the cob to grab to. So, but it's nice, so you don't have to put any chicken wire over the pallets. So you can just do a clay slip right over the pallets, and that works just great. And now Matt's about to smooth out the cob. Yeah.
Like that?
Are you right-handed?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I would recommend getting on this side of
Okay.
where you're working. And so you're working like that way.
Okay, wax on.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh, I was doing wax off. What am I thinking?
So you want to kind of have your body behind it. And yeah, that's good. Yeah, perfect. And you kind of overall use your palms more than your hands. So this is how you make the slip. This is just the clay right from outside. I just get some of the earth, you know, that has a lot of clay in it, and add it to water, and I make it kind of like a milkshakey consistency. So this is basically the glue that I use for the cob to stick to the pallets without having to use a chicken wire, right? So, and the consistency that you make is also pretty important too. It can't be too smooth or too fine, watery, because then the clay will be watered down. So this is actually a little too wet. I'm going to go ahead and add some more clay to this. Take a flat trowel and do what was just done here and just go over it with a trowel like that, and it just comes out nice and smooth. So now, by troweling it now while the cob is still wet, normally this would be the rough coat, right? And you let this dry for a good 2 weeks, and then you come out after and you do a plaster, either an earthen plaster or a lime plaster. And then you have to let that dry, and then you do a clay paint. But if we were able to smooth it out right now, and basically the rough plaster and the finished plaster would be the same step, and then all we have to do now is just do a simple clay paint over this, right? It's just a flour paste and clay, and a nice oxide, and just paint that over, and then it'll be beautiful. So very glad to share this with you, because then this means now that we can do this, the cobbing, like at a festival in 1 day, and then all you have to do to finish it is just come back and just do a simple clay paint over that, and then it's done. So and then again, some of these ridges, then you get like a little plastic lid to kind of like burnish it, but you can do that like at the end of the day, hours after. Thanks for watching, and I hope that I have inspired you to consider using pallets as a building material. I think it's a great, fast way to build, and you can have a lot of fun in the process. So, cool. Thanks.